You're watching NBC for New York. This is News for New York.
Well, I don't have to tell you that going green is really catching on. From cars to cleaning products to clothing, everybody's trying to live their lives without destroying the environment, which of course is a good thing. Well, that goes for developers as well. And Chris Moss, founder of Moss Real Estate, New York's first ever green brokerage firm, is here to explain what buyers want to look for when they're looking for a green New York City apartment, just in time for Earth Day, right?
Yes,
April 22nd,
absolutely.
right? Earth Week. So Chris, I can't imagine that a high percentage of apartments here in Manhattan would be green, if you will, because there's not that much new construction. Would you say?
Incredibly small percentage.
Yeah, tiny.
Incredibly small. I mean, you know, it's increasing very dramatically every year, you know. But right now it's very small.
Still very small. What constitute a green apartment in New York? What are you looking for?
Well, you know, there's a number of different criteria that are used to measure the sustainability of a particular space. There are third-party certifiers such as the U.S. Green Building Council, which have set standards which everyone sort of adheres to. So we can go through those if you want to.
Sure. Well, tangibly speaking, what are they?
They tend to be particular categories such as energy efficiency, water consumption, site location, and then construction materials.
And I imagine air quality is a big one too.
Absolutely,
as well.
absolutely. Interior air quality, light, you know.
So when you're looking for an apartment and you walk in, of course you're going. If you're looking for an apartment that is green and you want to inquire about that, how do you know? What do you walk in?
The first thing that I would do is I would look for it to be LEED certified, unless it was something that you know, your friend who is an enthusiastic, environmentally inclined architect sort of did himself, which can be a wonderful situation. That's sort of, you know, the type of apartment that I live in. But right now we're getting into a situation where we're actually having developers who are building these wonderful green buildings. And so in that case, I would look for a third-party certification such as LEED certification, which is, again, the U.S. Green Building Council has designed this system of standards. And it makes it really easy. But again, those standards, you know, we can go over individually if you want to know what it'll look like inside the apartment.
Is River House? We were talking about River House. Is that?
River House is my favorite right now. You know, the location is phenomenal down in Battery Park City. And they're shooting for platinum, which is the highest level of LEED certification. They've got all sorts of interesting features, but again, there's a wide variety of new construction that is LEED certified available right now, not just River House. So
are they cheaper or more expensive to build an eco-friendly apartment?
It's a little bit more expensive at the outset, and then over the life of the building, it actually ends up being cheaper because you're saving so much money by reducing the amount of electricity that you're using, water consumption, etc.
And the Edge apartment?
The Edge is an incredible new condominium development in Williamsburg. It's enormous. I believe it's over 1,000 units.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty tremendous. And again, the same LEED certified green features that you're going to see.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it is tremendous.
Very, very green. Well, listen, thank you. The indoor air quality we were talking about before, is that something that you would recognize immediately on walking into a building?
Well, did you know, interestingly, that the interior air quality of apartments is actually 2 to 5 times worse than the air outside the apartment?
Really?
So most people don't realize that, and that has a lot to do with, again, the construction materials that are used. Like you see right here, bamboo flooring. This is in the River House. They've used bamboo flooring and lots of other quickly renewable materials. The issue is that inside, construction materials tend to have a lot of pollutants in them, and so they off-gas, and then you've got curtains and drapes and all that sort of thing doing the same thing. So the interior air quality actually can be really bad. So you're looking for operable windows. You're also looking for air filtration systems that allow the air to be fresh, you know, coming from outside.
Coming from the green. Thank you so much, Chris. I appreciate that. Chris Moss again joining us this morning, and we're coming right back with things to do from Time Out Magazine. And remember, Earth Day, April 22nd. Do something to keep your Earth healthy, our Earth healthy.